Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about a minute. Real quick, what do I mean by live? What I mean is that this is not a situation where I've already recorded everything and now I'm coming back and explaining what's already happened. So this is not a trade recap or some sort of post commentary. I'm recording myself seeing the information for the very first time. So if you want an unscripted kind of nitty gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then you will get that here with this video. So like I said, market opens up here in about 45-ish seconds. So I'll pause for now and I'll be back at the open. All right, I'm watching mRNA right now. This is the 1 minute candlestick. So just letting this first minute play out. Not going to touch it right now, but just kind of want to see how things are playing out. So again, 1 minute candlestick just telling us. So there we go. The first minute is now done. And now it's just basically going straight down. So not really a setup right here that I see that I really like on it quite yet. We'll see if it wants to bounce up here a little bit. And there we go. There is the bounce upwards. And look at that, just like that. That's why I wanted to be a little careful with it because, I mean, that was a very, very quick turnaround all of a sudden. But I will go ahead and pause for now, and I'll look around, and if I find a setup that I like, I'll get the video rolling. All right, watching 446 as a potential breakdown area, and I missed it. Shoot, well, you can see my order. If not from that screen, you will notice a white number showed up there. That was me submitting my order to the market, but I just was not quite fast enough on it. And yeah, it moved down $2. So that would have been a very nice scalp, which is what I was looking for. But we'll reassess. Maybe 444. I can try it again at that area. See if 444 wants to come back into play here. 444. What was that? 4. That's 50. So 6. I'm just doing the risk calculations in my mind there. So just like that. Like I said, that would have been a scalp. So, but as of now, mRNA behaving quite strongly. But never mind. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, have an order at 433 here to go long. Got down as low as 433.38. I'm going to change that to 431 now. So let's see if this thing wants to pull back just a bit more. I will pause, and if it looks like it's going to come down just a few more dollars, then I will get the, well, I'll keep it going now because we're getting more movement. You know, at this rate, let's do this. And maybe I'm being way too greedy here. I'm going to go 428, but I feel like this thing could really get moving here quite a bit. But like I said, self-admittedly, maybe I'm being a bit greedy, thinking that this thing can get all the way down to 428. But that's going to be my plan, and that's what I'm sticking to it. All right, but I will go ahead and pause for now. Okay, I moved my order down to 427. It's just not... I'm looking for a quick surge down to that area. So let's try 425. I know I keep adjusting it, but you know that's the nature of this scalping setup here. What is that low? Yeah, 426. Clay, why don't you just go short? Hey, I agree with you. The problem is I don't have hindsight. All right. So, but I'm fully with you. Yeah, why didn't I just go short way up there? Because, I mean, this move is getting seemingly quite overextended to the downside here. All right, well, I will go ahead and pause. Again, my new order is at 423. Okay, I have an order at 418, looking for a very fast move down through 420. So step one, got to break 420, and then looking for a pretty quick move all the way down to 418. Now I expect there to be quite a bit of support there at 420. But let's see if it can actually get down through there. There we go. There's the break. And it dropped 75 cents in a blink of an eye, but not quite what I needed. Let's see if it wants to. Oh. I was honestly thinking of 419.25 to put my order. And I say that not in hindsight, because even in hindsight, if I'm being honest, I still wouldn't have been filled. It would have been 3 cents away from filling me at 419.25. So good to know that that first plan was in the realm. But still, going to go ahead and cancel that, because not only was I not at 419.25, but like I said, even if I was, still wouldn't have been filled. But yeah, as you're seeing here, mRNA, it just doesn't quite want to. And of course, I drew that trend line there, and then I turned my back, was checking on something else, broke the trend line, and then would have made a nice trade right there. But that's just how it goes sometimes. You're not quite paying attention. But all right, well, I will go ahead and pause. And yeah, needless to say, not exactly the smoothest morning. Just want to get it documented now. I'm watching for a $24 break on FULC. Have a pretty well-defined trend line right there. So we'll see if it can get up there. So if 24 shows up as an opportunity to get in, then I will hop in at that level. And we'll see if I can get some sort of break. Interesting pattern here for sure. But I will go ahead and pause, and because I think I'm done with mRNA right now. It's just, it hasn't behaved. And who knows, maybe this one won't behave either. Maybe it'll be a morning of no trades because nothing quite behaves relative to the strategy. And you know what? Maybe a boring video because no trades technically happen. But I would also argue a very important video just so you realize that, yes, sometimes things just don't behave according to how your strategy says they need to behave. And that, as long as that's not happening like multiple times a week, that's fine. If I don't take any trades, this would be a first time in a long time I haven't made any trades. But as I talk, this one's starting to make a move upwards. Still has some work to do. And now it's it's struggling with that VWAP right now. Potentially maybe a short at 22.50, but that has me a little bit too nervous given the overall context of this thing. So I would probably not be interested shorting around 22.50. But yeah, if this thing wants to recover back upwards to that trend line, I'll be watching. Interesting area here, right at the bottom of that trend line, which it's now a little bit broken below, but curious to see if it'll bounce back upwards and then make a move. Like I said, I just don't trust this one enough to take that short. I trust it more from the long side, which who knows? Maybe I'm a fool. Maybe I should be getting short right now because this thing's about to just completely continue to the downside. But like I said, this is not pre-recorded. This is not a trade recap. I don't know what's coming next. So yeah, maybe, or who knows? Maybe I'm about to look really smart. Maybe this thing is about to bounce back upwards, and I buy and I make money. But as of right now, I just don't trust it enough to want to go short right there. But I did move my order down to 23.75 now. So instead of 24, I'm now willing to buy at 23.75. But yeah, as of now, the question is just isn't going to hold above that trend line. But I'll go ahead and pause. Looking for short here at 422, high risk trade, which is why I'm reducing position size down to high risk in the sense of it very well could bounce on me, which I'm okay with because the amount that I would lose if it does bounce on me, I am comfortable with. So watching 422 here closely. So 422 watching. In there at 422.10. Let's see if we can get the move down through there and then down through 420. But technically speaking, 422 hasn't even fallen yet, so I did anticipate that a bit. But this is one of these where it needs a breakdown right now, but I'm going to give this thing a very short leash. So again, like I said, it either needs a breakdown relatively soon, but I'm not going to give this thing a whole bunch of wiggle room or anything like that. I'm either right here and this thing is right on the edge of breaking 422 and picking up another round of momentum, or I'm wrong. So got the break. Now it's just a question of can we get more continuation through there. Let's give it another try. See if it wants to give it another go. All right, all out there for the $88 loss. As I said, wanted to see it break down relatively quickly. It did break down, but did not give me what I wanted, and now look at it. Bounce up it goes. Now, could it come back down? Absolutely, but I wanted to see it. My thesis, my thought process was, all right, if it breaks there, first off, I thought it would break, and I was right. It did break, but what I got wrong was, nope, there was no follow through at all. It's now just bounced right back upwards. Again, still may come back down, but that's all hindsight trading because that was not part of my plan in the first place. The plan was not to give this thing a bunch of space or anything like that. It was, all right, think it can break down. It did, and I think it can get follow through. But I was wrong there. There was just, okay, I mean, it gave me about 50 cents of follow through, but I'm gonna need a little bit more than that. And then as it started to bounce back upwards, I just took the loss. So $88 down. And sometimes days like this happen. Nothing really quite behaves. And then when you do take a trade, it still doesn't quite behave, except it costs you money. But $88 is something that I feel quite confident with, that I can dig myself out of that hole. So by all means, I'm not going to freak out about it. I'm certainly not going to revenge trade. I'm just going to call it good and move on with my day. And as you see, this thing continues to bounce upward. So yeah, got that one totally wrong. And that happens. Not the first time I've been wrong. Definitely, without doubt, won't be the last time I was wrong. But what I was right about is just managing my risk via position size, via just setting up the framework of things, which I've explained, which is kept the loss at $88, which again, money doesn't grow on trees. I realize that, but if you've watched any past trade videos, you've seen wins a whole lot larger than $88. So that's why I say, I can make a very anticlimactic trade, technically speaking, for $100, and I would have already wiped away this loss. So I'll take it and just live to fight another day. Now, if you do enjoy these live trade videos, before I go, real quick, one request from me, because they're not the easiest videos to make. I have to think about what I'm going to do. I have to think about what I'm going to say to you. I have to talk to you. So I have to make alerts in the chat room that I offer. So there's a lot going on, and look at it still go up. Wow. Have you ever had a loss that feels great? This is one of those situations. Feels absolutely great. Now, I look kind of stupid. Clay, why did you go short there? It was going to bounce. I know. I agree with you. Why did I go short there? But again, at the time, I didn't have hindsight. I didn't know what was coming next. But I will say now, I'm feeling very good about honoring that risk and honoring that loss where I did. Like I said, because these live trade videos aren't the easiest to make because of all those reasons, and if you want me to keep making them, just communicate that to me, and you can do that very easily. Hit the like button, leave a comment, even if it's just a smiley face. But comment and a basic, or hitting the like button and a basic comment are a very quick, effective way to communicate to me. Hey, Clay, I know these videos take quite a bit of time and effort. There's a lot going on mentally, but they're entertaining, they're educational, they're helpful. So yeah, please keep making them. And as long as I know that they're helpful and entertaining, then I will continue to do that. So like I said, just hit that like button and leave a comment below. And I am stalling here a little bit because I'm curious, is this thing going to just keep on bouncing? Because it's kind of a double-edged sword. The further it bounces, the dumber I look because, Clay, why did you ever think that thing was going to go down? But also kind of the smarter I look because, hey, at least I got out down here before it made the big bounce up. But I think I've stalled long enough. So overall, though, it is what it is. Sometimes these days happen, and you just got to take it, move on, control risk. and keep the hole very manageable. And like I said, I'm very confident in myself that I'll be able to dig myself out of an $88 hole over the next coming trades and days. So yeah, that's really the key to trading. Not necessarily how much you win, but how much are you losing? You know, what does the downside protection look like? And all right, I just got to stop. I'm still stalling. So if you're still with me, thank you very much. Like I said, hit the like button, leave a basic comment down below, and thanks for hanging out. All right, I am back for maybe another trade. I thought for sure I was done, and then just walking by my computer, pulling up mRNA again. A super interesting setup here. If the price can get down to right around the 409 mark. So it's still got work to be done, but if it can get down to that area, I think there's a good likelihood of a bounce, or at least enough likelihood where I'm willing to put some money where my mouth is and try to play some sort of bounce. So like I said, will it get down there? I don't know, but I think it's a realistic situation at this point. And if it does get down there, like I said, I like the chances of it. Not some sort of massive reversal back to the upside, but maybe some sort of bounce. So I'll go ahead and pause for now, and who knows, maybe I'll get actually another trade. All right, I moved my order down to 408.50 upon looking at some other things here. So maybe not a big difference, but I think it's at least worth it. So still watching 410. That'll be the first key breakdown area. So I'm curious to see how it will act at that point. But it's getting near there. Will it go? Only time will tell, but that's the current status. I will go ahead and pause. All right, there is the move down through 410. Happened super fast. Again, looking for 408.50 in. Like I said, don't need any sort of massive reversal or anything like that. A simple bounce will suffice. Got to get up over 409 though if I'm going to have a chance. So knocking on the door, and out there, fantastic. Nice $400 scalp there, which now puts me at $312 on the day. And it all goes back to, that's why you got to manage risk. Manage risk, and maybe you're saying, Clay, all you made was $1 scalp on that? Yeah, all I made was $1 scalp. Very, not a very impressive trade, right? It's not like I'm sitting here looking like a superhero in my trading. But as I've said many times before, and will continue to say, if you find yourself needing to trade like a superhero, you're not managing risk the right way. If you need to trade like a superhero in order to get losses back, in order to dig out of holes, then those holes are way out of control in the first place. So yes, I agree. I'm not trying to sit here and brag and be like, whoa, wasn't that trade awesome? Look how good of a trader I am. No, the exact opposite. I fully admit that was not really that impressive. It was just quick buy, a pullback, and then scalp out for a nice upside move. But that's the entire point. You not being impressed is the point of showing the power of proper risk management. Because when you do it the right way, you don't need to trade like some sort of superstar. So there we are, now up $312 on the day. And I will take it, especially given how things started off on the day. But hey, I finally got something that behaved for me. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to retitle this because I actually had the first video already titled, everything like that. But maybe I'll just keep it as is, just to show that even if things don't necessarily behave, sometimes things will ultimately do it. Granted, I got a little lucky here in the sense of I just happened to be kind of checking in on the computer when the setup was really taking place. So yeah, fully admit, maybe a little luck and just happened to be in the right place at the right time. But, certainly not luck in, determining where that 408.50 mark was coming from, and, why I wanted to get in at that area. So from that angle, not luck, but yeah, just kind of happened to be in the right place at the right time. But point being, just because things maybe don't start off behaving the way you would want them to behave, that doesn't mean that you need to completely, just give up on things. So overall, though, thank you for watching. And I've already done the conclusion once, so I'll just do it one more quick time. If you enjoy the live trade videos, please hit that like button, leave a basic comment down below. Thanks for watching. Everybody take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.